I said I'll work with criminals. I said I'll work with unethical people, and I'll scheme to get them off. But how unethical and how much scheming and how dangerous can it go?
We got something you can do for us.
Really?
Jimmy is terrified. He doesn't like this cartel world at this point.
That's not the kind of business he was imagining for himself.
He smells danger, real danger.
But, you know, he's also trying to keep it together because he doesn't want to look like a weak person. So I do think he's walking on eggshells.
Are you talking to my client without his lawyer present?
And you are?
We were so excited to see this early encounter between Hank and Gomez and Saul Goodman.
Seeing cocky Hank from the pilot of Breaking Bad again was really great.
I feel like my chain is being jerked, and not in a good way, if you know what I'm saying.
We come to realize that Saul and Domingo obviously rehearsed this, but Jimmy realizes that this guy is a person and he is my client, even if I'm being forced to represent him. That humanity in Jimmy, it comes out. You know, he's not fully Saul yet.
That same dichotomy of character is something that is constantly being rediscovered.
You're gonna have to find a different attorney for future endeavors because my schedule is just very, very tight.
You'll make time.
That's a big step for Jimmy McGill to have been brought into this underworld.
Gramps, where you going?
This is a great episode for Mike. We get a lot of insight into what's going on in his head.
The fact that he had to kill Werner, it's weighing on him heavily.
And he's looking to be physically put in pain in the way that he is mentally, because that's what he feels like he deserves.
If there's no money in those dead drops, Lala will know someone talked.
Gus could give Nacho up. He decides not to.
It's like a double-edged sword. The other edge is much sharper. Nacho realizes he's such a valuable asset to Gus. And that's not a good place to be, because that means that he's got a lot riding on you, and that sort of deepens your roots in that relationship.
The inside information that he's getting from Nacho about Lalo is actually more important to him than that money. Gives us more insight into what Gus wants.
A contract means something. It's the law, and it's enforceable. Deal with it.
Kim in this episode shows us a side of herself that I don't think we've seen before, at least not in a professional setting.
Her unleashing on Acker first is pretty ugly.
You're right, I can't pretend to understand what you're going through. I've never owned a house. My family never owned one either. We never owned anything.
When she starts talking about herself, I don't believe that she planned on doing that.
She would have loved to have driven away without ever saying something personal. And I think what's personal started to come up in her throat.
We're always looking for places where we can give the audience some information about her. And finally this season, we found the right way to do it. Both Jimmy and Kim come home from these long days that they've had, and neither of them can really have a conversation. They don't want to talk. And so this is a way of them communicating without speaking.
It's just a sort of visual navigation of their relationship. They're coming to terms with each other's boundaries. They're flirting with each other and with danger and with how far is too far.